Your disgruntlement does not necessarily mean that you're right. This Mary Phillips intimidated Torah day 2 of Qorach, and like the previous Torah portion, Shalach Lecha, it's a little hard in this to find the positive theme. Yah here in the Torah section that we're in is revealing the issues that will become traps for us. He has given us basically in storyline narrative form a warning. Don't do like these people. So we go back to Bamidbar in Numbers chapter 16. Let's pick up with verse 4 where we left off yesterday. And when Moshe heard, he fell on his face and spoke to Qorach and all of his company, saying, Tomorrow morning Yahweh shall make known who is his and who is set apart, and bring him near to him. And let him bring near to him the one whom he chooses. And he gives instructions about the fire pan ministry. Verse 8 says, And Moshe said to Qorach, Hear now, you sons of Levi. Is it little to you that Elohim of Israel has separated you from the congregation of Israel, to bring you near to himself, to perform the service of the dwelling place of Yahweh, to stand before the congregation to serve them, and that he has brought you near to himself, you and all your brothers, the sons of Levi, with you, yet you seek the priesthood as well? Therefore you and all your company are set against Yahweh, he says. Moshe is allowing Qorach to know that the nature of your rebellion is not what you think it is. And you have been exposed for what your real cause is. Now, if you go back to Exodus or Shemot chapter 6, you will find the lineage there of the Levites, and you will find that Moshe and Qorach are actually first cousins. And so these two men are well known to each other. They're not strangers. And it appeared that by looking at the lineage, Qorach felt slighted in major appointment. Someone lesser than his family lineage was appointed to a post that maybe by birthright should have been given. But it's oftentimes in the Torah that the guy next in line by birth order doesn't always get the post, because Yah looks on the heart and he sees the heart of man. So we might recognize that Yah looked and saw the rebellious nature of Qorach and said, You're disqualified. And of course, those who Yah disqualifies don't want to hear that they're disqualified. They want to determine that something has gone awry and that somebody, somewhere, just had to have made a mistake. But the thing that is going on here is a call. Let's consider this. Qorach and family and those among him of the Levites were selected by Elohim to be drawn nearest to Elohim, to serve him in the closest of capacities, and they were to be a very distinguished and set-apart group of men. They were to be renowned, they were to be honored, given high esteem, well recognized. I mean, there's just a lot of added bands of color on their military regalia here to be seen. That wasn't enough. There's a problem. Here is the application that I'm seeing. Many of us were called out of someplace for a reason. Maybe you determined, wait a minute, what I'm hearing from the pulpit is not necessarily what I'm seeing in Scripture. I have questions. And so you've gone to your pastoral leadership and you say, this is what I heard. Did I hear right? Yes, you did. That's what we believe. Well, what about the Scripture? Well, that Scripture doesn't mean what you think it means. You really need to just listen to those that have been to seminary, because we know better about what the Scripture says than you do. You're just a layman. Maybe that didn't sit right. And maybe as you continued on, you heard some things. Maybe it's just that you started seeking for some things. It really wasn't a negative, I reject thing. It's a, why am I not hearing about something thing? Many times people say, I'm not hearing anything about Shabbat. I'm not hearing anything about the feast days. I'm not hearing anything about the patriarchs. It's all, the other side of the book. And you wanted to study those things and look out for them and research them, and suddenly you're getting this hunger built up. Wow, I didn't realize all this revelation was here. So you may have gone to someone, can you teach on the feast days? I really want to learn about them. Well, they're not for us. They're for Israel. Maybe that didn't sit right. Maybe then somewhere in that situation, in that environment of questioning and seeking, you heard the voice of the Ruach saying, come, leave it all behind and just come. Here is where things can get sketchy. If Yah ever calls us out from where we have been, it's never for us to go like Qorach did and start leading a rebellion. You don't need to campaign for those of like mind to agree with you so that you can make a group exit. If he's called you out, you go out. Go out quietly. Go out without fanfare. Go out without a phone campaign. Go talk to your pastor. Let him know. I'm in disagreement about these things, and I'm hungry for these things. And I want to bless you for all that you've taught me and the pastoral leadership that you provided. Thank you for being a leader in this congregation. I bless you in this congregation, but I'm going to worship elsewhere, or I'm going to search on my own, or whatever the case would be. And please don't offer a negative comparison. Well, they're just better over there than you are over here. That doesn't sit well. You don't want to be the issue of division and animosity. You want to leave a pleasant stream flowing from behind you, not a flood of animosity. Don't burn that bridge. If you burn the bridge, then those that are on the other side, who indeed may want to follow in the footsteps that you've taken, they won't be able to do that because you've caused relational upset. Qorach could have gone to Moshe and talked it out, but that's not what he did. He stirred the pot and he led a rebellion. And Moshe rightly allows him to know, you're not upset with me, and who's Aaron that you're upset with him? You're upset with Yahweh because he didn't choose you, and that's your problem. Qorach went preaching class warfare and the redistribution of authority and power, and he blurred the lines between set apart and that which is common. And he did this out of jealousy, animosity, and jealousy, and personal angst, finger pointing and accusations. The price you pay for that is far too much. We don't want to go there. And so when we have led destructive conversations against someplace else behind us, who are we to know that Yah is using that pastor or that congregation in ways that are not known to us? Who is to say that he's not instrumentally moving them in a particular direction? It could be that your questioning and your concerns have caused a pastoral group to begin to look for the same answers themselves, and you never know where that might go. But if we throw a bomb into their parsonage or into their sanctuary, that research is never going to take place. In other words, the wall's going to come up. Oh, let's be careful and not be a Qorach. And we certainly don't want the price that he paid for what he did. May Yah help us. May Yah heal us. May Yah restore us. And may Yah gather us again tomorrow. I hope to see you then. Until then, shalom.